Hey guys, I'm Brett and welcome to the Daily Devo. Today we're going to talk about how you and I have nothing to fear. So the other day, my wife wanted to watch a horror movie on Netflix. It's called His House. Now, when we played the trailer to see a preview of what the film would be about, I gotta be honest, I was like, I'm not watching this movie, right? Because fear immediately set in just based off of the trailer. Now, here's the thing. There's no way in the world that I would have watched that movie by myself. The reason why is because I'm just not a scary movie guy. However, I can admit that regardless of the fact that I'm bigger than my wife, that I'm stronger than my wife, having her there as I watched the movie helped to make some of that fear go away. It's the same thing that God does for us. Having him there when we go through some of the darkest moments of our life can make that fear go away. You know, the truth of the matter is that our life is an entire movie that we actively live in day by day. And every now and again, there are some pretty scary scenes. But I've got some good news for you. You don't have to go through those scenes alone. You and I have a God who also goes by the name Jehovah Shammah, which means the Lord is there. Another translation, it's the Lord is my companion. Now, why is this important? Let's look at Psalms 46, but I want us to look at it as a few scenes in the movie. Let's look at verse number 1, or we could call it scene number 1. Here's what the psalm writer says. He says, God is our refuge and strength, always ready to help in times of trouble. So we will not fear when earthquakes come and the mountains crumble into the sea. Let the oceans roar and foam, let the mountains tremble as the waters surge. Now, we don't know who the psalmist is, but whoever this psalmist is, and these first 3 verses in this first scene, they're expressing an amazing confidence in God. The same kind of confidence you and I should have. A confidence that says no matter what's taking place in life, I know that God is. God is whatever I need him to be when I need him to be it. In this case, in this scene, he's our refuge and strength and always ready to help in times of trouble. Let's continue. Verse 4, he says this, a river brings joy to the city of our God, the sacred home of the Most High. God dwells in that city. It cannot be destroyed. From the very break of day, God will protect it. In this particular verse, in this particular scene, the psalmist paints a scene of how when God is present, he brings absolute peace. The same kind of peace that you and I can experience when we sit by a river or some other body of water. That's why he mentions it. And then God just dwells. He dwells all day. He dwells all night. He's there all day. He's there all night. And while there may be other things that try and interfere with this peaceful scene, God protects it because he's there. Watch how he goes on. He says this. He says, the nations are in chaos and their kingdoms crumble. God's voice thunders and the earth melts. The Lord of heaven's armies, watch this, is here among us. The God of Israel is our fortress. Lastly, he paints this other scene, a scene that depicts everything being in chaos. Nations being in chaos, other kingdoms of this world being in chaos. But despite all of that, the Lord of heaven's armies, he says, is here among us, Jehovah Shammah. There are going to be all kinds of scenes that take place throughout our lives. Some scenes will be good, some scenes will be bad. But what you and I need to know is that we have no reason to fear because God is our refuge. God is our strength. God helps us in trouble. God is our protector. God is Jehovah Shammah. The Lord is there.